If you speak to those at Bundoora who were around last season, they're still smarting from their semi-final loss to the Newcastle Jets in the Hunter Valley. City took the lead early in the match via an own goal that was bundled towards the net by Bruno Fornaroli. Having Bruno Fornaroli available after a full preseason will be like a new signing for Melbourne City. Credit. AAPMinutes later, they should have been awarded a penalty for a trip on wonder boy Daniel Arzani. Despite the VAR looking at the incident, they were inexplicably denied the spot kick. Warren Joyce's side were arguably the better side across the game, but, in the second half, the Jets equalized via Riley McGree's famous scorpion kick goal. Then an Osama Malik mistake gifted Ryan Hoffman the winner. City lost thanks to a wonder goal and referee incompetence, it could be argued. Had things unfolded normally, we could have had our first Melbourne Derby Grand Final. Joyce, Fornaroli, Malik, Dario Vidicic, Luke Bryan, Bart Schenkeveld, Scott Jamieson, Nathaniel Atkinson and Eugene Galekovic were involved for City that night and remain for 2018-19. Make no mistake, that will be a motivator. In a strange twist, City signed their nemesis McGree on loan. As he told The Age in August, the friendly banter from his new teammates has come thick and fast. To take the piss they call him fluky, McGree's teammates will quickly come to cherish him because, in the 19-year-old, City have an excellent player. He's a dangerous weapon as a winger or an attacking midfielder. Alongside the signing of winger Luchi Wales, from Central Coast Mariners, and the return of Melbourne Heart fan favourite defender Curtis Good, City are likely to benefit from three young, ambitious players who have the chops to impress the A-League with an eye to an overseas move. Keisuke Honda will give Melbourne victory flexibility across the pitch. Credit. That's a dangling carrot that's worked well in the past for the likes of Aaron Mooy, Arzani and Anthony Caceres at City, the latter of whom returns to Bundoora for the upcoming season. City's defensive steel improved significantly under Joyce in his first season. The previous two campaigns, City conceded 44 goals, but in 2017-18, they shipped only 33. Sure, they scored less, but there was a balance in defensive discipline to City that lacked in previous years. It was this soft defensive underbelly that cost them dearly under previous coaches. Stingy defending will remain in 2018-19. Marquee signing an ex-Manchester United defender Richie de Laet will help that. But what doesn't remain is Arzani. Young and inexperienced he may have been, the now Celtic loanee's ability to beat players one-on-one and bring teammates into the game was the cornerstone of much of City's success last season. McGree, Wales, Vidicic and Fornaroli all have one-on-one ability but not to the same extent. It will be interesting to see if City change their attacking style. Counter-attacking play will remain given Joyce's emphasis on defending, but does the introduction of Caceres and French attacking midfielder Florent Berenguer suggest there may be times where transition is more patient? Can Riley McGree fill the void left by Daniel Arzani? And what of City's reluctance to go for that big fish marquee? They argue that despite being backed by the mega-rich City Football Group, there's still a need for the books to balance if their Australian outpost. CFG have spent a lot of money on the state-of-the-art Bundoora facility and on the City Football Academy, which is achieving very good results. Crosstown rivals victory proved in their early years that success, members and crowds come for teams that win titles, built on lesser-known imports. Carlos Hernandez, Grant Brebner, Fred etc. City need a championship. And there's every chance they will be vying for one this season. Anything less will be a failure for victory given their off-season signings, and it may sound silly but despite their championship there is plenty to work on for Muscat. After losing 3 games in a row, the Victory stormed home to win 8 of their last 10 games to steal the championship from Sydney and Newcastle, a VAR bungle helping them in the grand final. That was after probably the greatest win in their history in the semi-final away to Sydney FC, who finished 14 points clear on top of the latter, having only lost 3 games for the season. Sydney's record didn't bother Terry Antonis, whose winning goal in extra time of the semi-final, with Brandon O'Neill giving chase forlornly, as Simon Hill called a moment that will never be forgotten. He scored at the 2018 World Cup for Sweden against Germany, and months later Ella Toivonen is playing for Melbourne Victory. Credit. AP Muscat's players displayed a remarkable resilience to do what they did, but, given they're now the hunted one, wouldn't want to rely on grit alone to be the fourth side this century to win back-to-back Australian soccer grand finals. Wollongong Wolves 1999, 2000 and 2001, Perth Glory 2002-03 and 2003-04, and Brisbane Roar 2010-11 and 2011-12. Another grand final win would also take Victory to 5 championships, the most ever, ahead of Sydney City, Marcone Stallions and South Melbourne, who also have 4. The off-season exits of Christian Theoharis, James Donachie, Rhys Williams and Bessart Berisha will be felt the hardest. While many criticized Berisha for a decline in his worth in general play, his killer instinct around goal did not desert him. Toivonen scored for Sweden against Germany at the World Cup, but at his last club, Toulouse, in France's Ligue 1, he was hardly prolific, 7 goals in 53 games. However, the A-League is a step down in class for the 32-year-old, and, if he can maintain his fitness and handle the heat of Australia, there is no reason he won't score heavily. Then there's Honda. Where will Muscat use the Japanese ace? He is versatile and can play at either the top or the base of the midfield, or as an attacker on the right. Victory's squad is full of central midfielders, with James Troisi's best position as an advanced central midfielder. With Costa Barbarosis taking the left flank, Honda may begin on the right. However, spies said he drifted from this position to a central role at times in Victory's 3-1 behind closed doors friendly loss to the Wellington Phoenix. He also took a penalty, and scored, took free kicks and wore the captain's armband. If Berisha's exit means Victory lost a passionate, clinical and inspiring talisman for his teammates, Muscat will hope the experience of Honda, Toivonen and Niedermeyer makes up for that loss. There are few reasons why a Melbourne Derby grand final couldn't happen, but given mass squad turnover, the A-League is always hard to predict. On paper, both of these sides are capable of playing in the Big One. Melbourne City and Michael O'Halloran, Rangers; Riley McGree, Club Brugge, loan; Lachlan Wales, Central Coast Mariners; Anthony Caceres, Manchester City, loan; Roston Griffiths, Paktakor Tashkent; Florent Berenger, Sochaux; Mark Birighitti, NAC Breda; Richie de Laet, Aston Villa, loan; Curtis Goodout, Nick Fitzgerald, Manny Muscat, Bruce Kamau, Ron Tongya, Christian Cavallo, Stefan Mach, loanends; Marcin Bajinski, Oliver Bozanic, Dennis Genro, loan to Pexvola; Daniel Arzani, Manchester City; Dean Bouzanis, Pexvola, on loan; confirmed squad: Mark Birighitti, Eugene Galekovic, James Delianov, Dylan Pierias, Harrison Dalbridge, Richie de Laet, Jacopo Larocca, Curtis Good, Bart Schenkeveld, Osama Malik, Scott Jameson, Nathaniel Atkinson, Florent Berenger, Connor Metcalf, Rami Navarin, Moody Najjar, Luke Braddon, Roston Griffiths, Bruno Fornaroli, Dario Vidicic, Michael O'Halloran injured, Kern Backus signed as injury replacement, Riley McGree, Lachlan Wales, Anthony Caceres possible best 11, Galekovic, GK, Jameson, LB, Schenkeveld, CB, de Laet, CB, Atkinson, RB, Braddon, CM, Griffiths, CM, Berenger, Cam, Vidicic, LW, LM, Fornaroli, Street, McGree, RW, Melbourne Victory and Corey Brown, Brisbane Roar, Storm Roo, Central Coast Mariners, Nick Ansell, CD. Tondela, Georg Niedermeyer, SC Freiburg, Kasika Honda, Pachuca, Ola Toivonen, Toulouse, Robena, Granada CF, out, Stefan Nigro, Mitchell Austin, Matias Sanchez, Cameron McGill, Christian Theoharis, Pierce Waring, James Donachie, Bessart Berisha, Rhys Williams confirmed squad, Lawrence Thomas, Matthew Acton, Matthew Sutton, Thomas Deng, Georg Niedermeyer, Nick Ansell, Corey Brown, Storm Roo, Raul Baina, Carl Valeri, Terry Antonis, Keisuke Honda, Lee Broxham, Josh Hope, Birkin Carter, James Troisi, Ola Toivonen, Kenny Athieu, Costa Barbaras, Jay Ingham, Nicholas Set Possible Best 11, Thomas, G.K., Brown, L.B., Ansel, C.B., Niedermeyer, C.B., Deng, R.B., Antonis, C.M., Baina, C.M., Troisi, Cam, Barbaras, L.W., Toivonen, Street, Honda, R.W., Erm.